Hello, thank you for tuning into my channel. We're working on the street art quilt today, so if you want to see how to choose fabrics for a panel like this, please stay tuned. Here is the inspiration for my project. As you know, this is a project for my quilt guild. It's to make a quilt that's inspired by street art. I went looking online because I went to Phoenix, Arizona for a vacation last summer. I wanted to find something that was kind of from Phoenix. And as I was searching, I found this mural on themuralco.com. And so I'll put a link to this website so that you can see where the inspiration comes from. There is a notation of where this actually is, but I didn't read it. I just love the idea of this with all of the vibrant colors and all that. And I figured out, I was like, I don't know how I'm going to create this, but I decided to do it kind of like pixel art. So when I was a kid, we had these things called fun pads that you could buy, and the part of it would be that you would get a gridded picture like this, and you would have to recreate the picture on a grid underneath it. Sometimes the grid could be the same size. In this case, the grid is a little bit bigger, so you really kind of have to work with proportions and stuff like that. And so this is how I decided to approach this this project. I took this picture, and I have this one because I need to reference it every once in a while for fabric colors. But I did take another one, and I made a grid that I placed over it. And the panel that I already showed you is a part of this. So it's like the first maybe 10 rows, 9 or 10 rows of this section that's all X'd out. Okay, and so I'm only looking at this section right now. Next month in April, I hope to do this section, and then I'll do this section in May, and hopefully finish up the quilt at the beginning of June. So what I want to do now is just go over how I choose patterns, not patterns, how I choose fabric for this panel. As I break this down, for the first panel, this is the only part that we're going to be looking at, and I need to kind of choose some fabric families so I know what colors that I'm looking for. So for the blue, I'm only choosing 2 colors. I'm choosing a darker blue and then the lighter blue. For the light blue, I'm only looking at these super duper light sections. There's a lot of variation in this picture, especially where the dark blue goes, but I'm only using as the light blue, the very lightest one. And then there's a pink section, and for pink, I see a dark pink, which is here, medium pink, which is this pink, and then a very light pink. So when it comes to the pinks, I'm going to choose 3 of those. And then there's a white family, and you can see that there are bits of white through here. And then for the background, I'm using gray. Now, as you go, as I go over, oh, actually, there's also purple right here, and I haven't started making this part yet, so I need to go pull some purple fabric. That'll be something that I do very shortly. I've decided not to worry about quilting the dots, so there won't be any purple dots here or any of these darker pink dots, but I did do a few stars, and I'm going to do this star at the bottom. So now I want to show you the fabrics that I've chosen for each one, and then we'll talk about where the fabrics come from. I went ahead and pulled fabrics from a lot of different places to get the fabrics I needed. Some of them are, this is part of a charm pack, so part of a 5-inch square. Also, I pulled just from my regular scraps, so any of those scrap bins or bags that you have, you can pull from there, and kind of, if you feel like you need to sort them by color, you definitely could do that. That might make it a little bit easier. Here are some of the examples of the fabrics that I've used. For my blue fabric, I just did a darker blue for the dark blue backgrounds, and there are lots of variations of this, of course. For the lighter blue, I decided to go kind of in the turquoise family, so I pulled some of these, and these colors are in the quilt. This one is a little bit dark and maybe a little bit green, but I'm not going to worry about it. I've already used it in a few places. For the pink families, I actually chose three different levels. So these are my light pinks, these are my medium pinks, and these are dark pinks. And again, there are some variations in the quilt because I chose different fabrics, and some of them have already been used up. In addition to that, I also have the white background or a light background, and so these are from the charm pack, and this one is just something that was in a scrap bag. With these, there are lots of variations in the quilt, but again, they've already been used up. And then for my background, I have several gray fabrics. These are from that charm pack. And then some of these are in the purple Bargello quilt that I just finished. So you would see those in that quilt. And you can pull from each of the colors that you have, and what's cool about this is that in the next section, I'm actually going to be pulling some different colors. So I'll still have my blue and my light blue, but I'm also going to have some oranges, and it looks like some magentas there that I will have to find colors, and probably yellow as well that I'll be pulling colors for. If you have questions about choosing fabrics for a quilt like this, please leave them in the comments below. I do need to show you the little pixels that I've made. These are actually 3-inch squares of newspaper that I've already cut, and this is going to be my foundation for these blocks. So I'll keep doing videos about this process as it goes on. Please thumbs up this video, share it with your friends. I look forward to showing you this finished quilt as soon as it's done. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye!